I think I left y'all in a drought long enough, man. Hey, the Bible says it's daily bread. Daily. Oh, man. Buenos dias. Oh, man. All right, man. Fresh off the wax. You know I'm going to do it. Which one y'all want? Y'all want the new rock song? Or you want the new the more rapidy sounding
I want the
song?
one that starts with that intro with the violins and the one you were playing last night. I think that's the more rapidy
That's
one.
the more rapidy one. Yeah, that's on your Well, you already know I'm gonna play both. All right.
Okay, we'll play that one first.
I'll play that one first. Yeah. Yeah. So y'all know my background is choir. I love violins and cellos. It is what it is. All right, here we go. I'm gonna hit it.
Extraordinary, I always thought your remarkable stories on mountains is so everyone could see. Never dawned on me till now that she was never meant for me. Was showing where to flee and where to find a hidden key. Mountain to mountain, your glory rose sign after sign in the high place of the Lord. Wonder, wonder, wonder. Nothing can stop what your hand has performed. Not this world, but your kingdom was I performed. And I stand on that peace. Flowing living waters towards those who see. All that was very good came from your high place. Creation down your river in the floor that gave life. You told Noah to build an ark for his kids and his wife. On Mount Ararat, came to rest. A great defeat took place on Mount Carmel, where your glorified fell. Now I can see, I can tell. These were places of refuge for those who were not well. Mountain to mountain, your glory rose sign after sign in the high place of the Lord. Wonder, wonder, wonder. Nothing can stop what your hand has performed. Not the world, but your kingdom was I conform. And I stand on that peace, flowing living waters toward those who see. Oh, Mount Moriah, the angels stopped Abraham from causing Isaac harm. A ram caught in the thicket was your arm. Your wonders are numerous. Moses' face shined on Mount Sinai. Glorious Mount Tabor, where you showed your soul that would be offered. Mount of Olives, where you ascended to the Father. Mount Zion, once again, your fire fell. This time,
Mariachi and him. What?
This time we will no longer decay.
Eric, we say. Yeah. Place to rest the sole of your feet. Y'all been flying around for about a week. That's my fault. It's my fault. Why do military guys wear their hats like that? It's just how we wear it. It's really a baseball thing, honestly. Descaled is amazing. Daily bread at its finest. Yeah. What's up, Nat? Rip Chuck Norris. Absolutely. Well, Chuck Norris didn't really die. He shaved his beard and unleashed his hidden his I can't say it like that either. How do I say it? His weapon of mass destruction has been unveiled. So the truth is, we all died. If y'all didn't know that, just letting you know that. Okay, so that was On Your Peak, and I will say this. I say this about all the songs, but 100% this song right here, because everything is so light in comparison to the violins and cellos that are in here. So they're going to overpower all the little smaller noises that's in the song. So this little speaker definitely ain't doing it justice. All right, the next one is the new rock song, and I try not to go too hard because some of the other ones are hard, and then when you kind of try to go back, and try to go soft, everyone's expecting like a hard rock. So I try not to make this one too hard. It's called Off the Ground. Actually came out pretty good. I'm tired of this place. I'm stuck in this race. Does this end? Yeah. Hey, what's going on?
Unknown caller.
Thank you, Traveler. Thank you for letting us know it. Hope everything comes out fine. What do you say, Kenny? Both those songs rock. They ain't like Maya songs though, huh, Kenny? I'm second place when it comes to Maya, huh, Kenny? Don't be coming over here trying to butter me up, Kenny. I know I'm not your favorite. Oh, what's going on? Remember me? I don't know. How do I remember you? Tell me. Oh Lord, should I ask? How do I remember you? Help me out.
We took the bait. This has moved into third place right here, Trot, by the way, now.
What has?
This song right here.
What's in second?
God's Temple.
Huh?
On my list. My list.
And your
Remember
list?
I gave you a list? Yeah, remember I gave you a list the other day?
No, I'm not going to
It's
memorize your list. So just tell me what's first and second. Or you don't
I'm your
remember.
garden. I'm your garden.
Uh-huh.
God's temple. And now it's this unpredictable.
Oh, okay. Well, what was your third before?
David's secret chord.
Ah. They're all just so good. You converted me. I asked if you're a wife. I converted you. I don't know. Last time you came up, I asked you to recite something that I taught you, and you didn't. So I think you're lying to me, man. I appreciate it, but I just don't hear the sincerity.
Well.
Mom, too.
I'll believe you, man. If you could just tell me something I said. Oh man, I'm trying to figure out why I can't get uh maybe I can if I do this. Let's see.
Then 4 is probably best friend, then 5's invisible flame.
What'd you say? I mean, you mentioned you being deceived to eat. Can't remember. Oh, listen to yourself. You're like, you planted a seed in me. You're one of the person that helped convert me. And I'm like, all right, how? And you're like, hold on. Oh my Lord. He said, he says, well, you mentioned something about Eve eating an apple. Oh, Bubba, if a plant was seeded, placed in you, I mean, if a seed was placed in you, tilled, placed, planted, watered, Bubba, that is not what you would say. Come on, man. I'm just giving you a hard time. I'm just giving you a hard time, man. Look, you're the one that came up in this live playing games, and now I'm playing them back. Come on, man. So I can't play it. See, it's always me. As soon as I start playing back, it's everybody's the victim. But when I'm getting victimized, it's okay. It's okay. I can't. I just don't get it.
Trot, he said you slayed him and then he watched you eat.
That's what it's saying. Slay and eat. Did you say slay and eat? Is
Yeah,
that what you said?
technically you slayed
Bro,
and
did you
ate.
just say
Yeah.
slay and eat, bro? Hold on,
Yes,
bro.
slay and eat.
Hold on,
That's
bro.
what you do.
Hold up, bro.
Slay and eat.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Peter's response to Jesus was no.
Uh-oh.
No.
Somebody said it. It's like Beetlejuice.
Well, you said that you kind of had a hiss. Well, it's important. Take a seat.
All the guys get ready.
Let's get closer.
Get in your position, guys. Here we go.
From there, we will discuss killing and eating. Slay and eat. Was the message Moses took to Pharaoh.
That's how they do it. That's how, if you're cool, you do that.
The two as a demo for us today. They are shadows of a show. A theatrical vid, problematical to Satan that tyrannical. Who thinks he's tactical? He slew and Nate and sealed his fate with his hate. A place of darkness and hardness. A place of darkness and hardness because his emotions he couldn't harness. Like Moses' message. Slay and eat. Will echo through eternity. And that's not hyperbole. To see this, you have to investigate the Bible like conducting surgery. As a disciple, you bring a message in the form of a weapon to kill the 6 and to revive the 7. Just like Satan, we come with violence and aggression to kill the flesh so the soul can go to heaven. This is a disciple's possession. After we slay, we plant seed that grow. Then we reap what we sow. Hood was a left-handed man from the tribe of Benjamin. He made himself a double-edged sword, which he girded on his right thigh. That can't be ignored. He brought the disciples' message to Eglon. Without any detection, that sword went into his fat belly. There came out like confetti. Boy, was it smelly. While Samson went to visit the Timnah women, the lion roared against him before his eyes became burned. He slayed that cat and wasn't bitten.
I feel like I don't matter.
Shortly, he turned aside to see the carcass. There was so much honey, he could have sold it in a market, but he remained humble. Took a bite.
Tell your feelings to shut up. Oh, you matter. Everybody matters.
He just slew in there and eat. Will echo through eternity. That's not a hyperbole. To see this, you have to investigate the Bible like conducting surgery. As a disciple, you bring a message in the form of a weapon to kill the 6 and to revive the 7. Just like Satan, we come with violence and aggression to kill the flesh so the soul can go to heaven. This is a disciple's possession. After we slay, we plant seed that grow. Then we reap what we sow. Jesus is God. Therefore, the author of the Bible and the reader, he doesn't ask us to do something he couldn't do because he's a good leader. He too
50 Cent or Jay-Z. Nah, D-Scale. The artist is D-Scale. Neither one of those. It makes me think about why the earth has poisonous fruit. Nas or Eminem. Nope, D-Scale. Hey, you're 4 times wrong. Don't be a 5-time loser, man. I'm giving you the answer. D-Scale.
That's the other 30-fold.
Yeah.
Don't be a negative 30-fold.
Yeah, exactly.
The message was received. She believed. She took Jesus to her town, people in need, so he could feed and plant the seed. He agreed. The disciples returned with food. Jesus said he wasn't in the mood. He told them he had meat that they knew not of. He spoke of food of the dove, the food from above, the food of love. Will echo through eternity, and that's not a hyperbole. To see this, you have to investigate the Bible like conducting surgery. As a disciple, you bring a message in the form of a weapon to kill the 6 and to revive the 7. Just like Satan, we come with violence and aggression.
All right, whose birthday is it? Don't lie either. I'm gonna check IDs. Whose birthday is it? I ain't missing no more birthdays. Let's go.
Then we reap what we sow. You have been sent with a message. Slay and eat. Yeah. Slay and eat. Yeah.
Unknown caller.
All right, we slew and we ate. That's what happened. Yesterday was your anniversary. Oh, come on, don't do that, man. Now I gotta make anniversary song. Oh my Lord, have mercy. Come on, man.
Hey, 33 years.
33 years. Oh my God.
33 years.
Y'all must be wore out. Y'all need a vacation. 33 years, boy. That's a long time. Dang. That's a lot of barefoot and making pies in the kitchen. I'll tell you that. That's what that
Not
is.
when you're best friends.
Oh, yeah. One of your best friends. 33 years. Man. Yeah. Well, what y'all gonna do for y'all's anniversary? Eat bologna or what? What y'all gonna do?
We had steak
Oh, okay. Well, that's just as good.
grilled at home.
Grilled it at the house. Well, it's
They
just
didn't even go to Tejas Row House.
that's a violation. Well, after 30 something years, you kind of know exactly how they like it, you know? Black and blue on one side, salty and almonds and freaking mustard on the other. Cold. Just as weird as the other one. You know, so you learn all their little weird stuff. D, you ever watch Can You Give Me a Shout? There, I gave it to you right there by reading your comment. D, you ever watch I Love Lucy?
Not really.
No.
I mean, I remember it.
Oh yeah, I remember it.
Well, it used to come on late, so before bedtime, there was other things to watch, but I don't know why me and my brothers watched that. I have no idea why. Maybe because it was either that or the Jackie Gleason show, right? Um,
I watched Dukes of Hazzard.
yeah, but Dukes of Hazzard wasn't always on at night, or for the we don't back then you only got like 15 channels, you know what I mean? So, I'm talking about the late night. Let's see.
Yeah, everything shut off at 11:58.
Yeah,
Yep.
so something like that. Yeah. Anyhow, well, because you're talking about 33 years. Well, the
Yeah, it shut off after they reminded you. Do you know where your children are?
yeah, they used to do that too.
Right. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs.
On the bugs. Anyway, well, there's two characters in that show. I Love Lucy. It's Fred and Ethel. That's their names, and they own like the apartment complex that Lucy and Ricky live in. And I never forgot. I never forgot this episode. I mean, I seen this. I'm 10 years old watching this, and I can't remember. I think Lucy's having little Ricky. I think the kid. I think she's pregnant in the hospital or something. Well, Fred and Ethel are waiting. Like they're waiting to hear news, like about because back then they had phones with cords in the wall, right? So they're in the room together, and they've been married like 30, 40 years. And she made her some coffee, and it's quiet. It is quiet in this room. And so she puts her sugar in her coffee or whatever, and she starts trying to mix that sugar in there, and that spoon is just dingling around that freaking cup. And you can see Fred is it's irritating the heck out of him because he keeps looking at her. Well, in the meantime, he's got his hand in his pocket and he's just shaking his keys like nonstop. And she's looking at him, and you could tell like they're making it very clear they're both getting on each they're both getting on each other's nerves. And I can't it might have been Ethel that said it first, but she goes, "Will you stop shaking them keys?" And he says, "Stop stirring your stupid sugar around." And ding, 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 ding. Like they're literally getting on each other's nerves. And I'm 10 years old, and they painted a real good picture. Something that stuck in my mind regarding marriage that if you're not careful, you can let anything get on your nerves. It doesn't matter what it is. If you allow it, I at 10, I knew that. So I may have gotten a lot of things wrong, but that's the only one thing I learned at a young age in some very weird way is if you're not careful, you can let anybody, even your own husband or wife, get on your nerves, and you can make yourself believe that they're the problem. And it's really you. You're the problem. Like jiggling your keys is not that big of a deal, stirring a cup and making that ding noise. Leave the room. Let them until they're done. But that's the reason why I'm asking you, because I know they were married for like, again, it's just a show, but it's still a truth in that show that you can let anything.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
33 years. anything can get on your nerves.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, me and Mackenzie, we just been married 5, and I mean, nothing about her gets on my nerves yet, but that's 5 years, so we'll give it another 5 and maybe I'll find something. I don't know. Huh? I telling everybody that just about everything you do gets on my nerves.
He's telling us Mackenzie is a saint.
Yeah.
Mackenzie the saint. Saint Mackenzie.
What they
All
say.
hell.
They said Saint Mackenzie has held my presence. What's up? What are you doing? Are you being nosy? No. Quit being a weirdo by the door. This is my house. No, it ain't. This is my house. I'll let you live in here, sleep in here, make pies.
You might want to mute. You might want to mute up, Trot.
Why? Why?
Because you have an image you try to.
Huh?
Because she runs things. We just heard it live and
no. She's just as good a good liar as you are, Nina. She don't run nothing.
She said, "This my house."
She has
said,
to.
"This my house."
She has to say that.
It.
Yeah. Listen. She knows that Nina's on here, and Nina has got her other hating man audience listening. She already knows. Yeah. So she just trying to make y'all's day.
Nah, that's my girl right there.
He's the head, but I'm the neck that turns the head.
Y'all need to start turning that head in the right direction. You hear me? No, just leave it like that. Where are you going? You gonna leave that open? Where's Trot? Why are you in here? Ma'am, skedaddle.
Because it's her house, and she can be wherever she wants to be. It's her house.
Pew pew. What you say? What you say, Nina? Nina, what?
I said, and I'll say it again. That's her house, her castle. She'll be in any part of it she wants to be in, at any part of it.
Absolutely not. You notice how she didn't come in here, right? At that threshold, at that line, she stayed barefooted right out there, like a good woman.
Nina's gonna crash out.
Is that because that room's the holiest of holies or something?
That's right. That's right. You think this is light? That's me shining. You hear me? Y'all ain't hurt. Y'all ain't listening to the song God's Temple. Y'all better go listen to that song.
The menorah reflects off my gold. I don't know about y'all.
That's right. Yeah. You ought to be saying that about yourself all the time. You need to be talking this way about yourself. Don't let someone talk you out of that unless you're saying something crazy. If you're saying something crazy and someone's trying to correct you.
Gentlemen, do not let Trot teach you how to talk to your wives, or you will all be like, we'll have problems.
Too late.
Who was that?
Say no.
Oh, no, you talk to your wife like I do, she'll love you to the day you die. You hear me? She'll love you to the day you die. You're like Christian, Christian, Christian a handkerchief out. Christian a handkerchief out of his wife's pants. You hear me? What'd you say, Sando?
No, my wife knows what's up.
A handkerchief out of his pants, out of her.
Hey, Trot got them bars. You hear me? I got them bars. They're natural bars.
Might be soon. There you go.
Natural bars. My bars come out a little corny, but they're natural.
If the live ends, we know why, guys.
Yeah. When live ends, we'll know why.
Yeah, she's gonna use that.
They're probably going to the main one.
She said you're gonna meet Jesus soon, Trot. You ain't never met Jesus?
Yeah, I know. You lying, woman. I done met him.
No one should be.
Y'all don't listen.
Probably do.
What, Benny?
I think he needs to be muted.
Oh, Benny over there selling houses. I'm like, Benny.
Benny's over there selling everything.
Yeah, I was like, Benny, aren't you a U-Haul guy? Yeah, I know. They got me out here selling houses now. Are you getting paid? No, I'm just good at it. So I'm just out here selling. I'm like, God, Benny just out there doing everything.
No commission? No.
What are you saying? Woman, I'm about to block you. Get out of here.
You can't block her.
What? What you mean? You see this finger?
Nah, bro.
You see this finger right here?
You block her, she's gonna come straight
Yeah,
into
that
that
same
holy
finger that's about to
dude.
shut off all
This
your internet.
this
Hers
finger
is about to.
this finger is the rod of God is about to take place up in this mug.
Gosh, she told you to take a haircut.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Wait a second.
man.
Wait a
All right.
second. Are we saying that Mackenzie doesn't have the rod of God in her fingertip?
Watch here. No, because I'm the man. I'm the man. Look, watch. Check it out. Check it out. You're a
Oh, wow.
woman. You're a woman. You woman man haters.
Mackenzie, don't put up with that.
You woman man haters. Y'all know y'all's place. How about that?
Woman man haters.
Woman man. Hey, y'all learn y'all play. It was the
Nina's gonna
woman.
fly to your house.
It was the woman that was deceived. Huh?
I'm coming to see
Hey,
Michaela.
listen,
That's it.
listen.
It's over.
The woman who was deceived.
The woman was, hey, look, those women that say, oh, you know, those guys, see how stupid she sounds? She's deceived.
Lord.
She done been deceived. She done been, I'll tell you what, these women act like this. Most of them are bald headed. So you better be careful. Ain't got no faith. Ain't got no faith on that head. Bald headed.
You better be careful, dude. She might come into the holiest of holies and desecrate that temple. You better be careful.
Tell you, temple's already, look at it. Temple's already shining. What are you talking about? She gonna come in here and try to make it dark. She gonna fall down.
Unknown caller.
What's really happening here?
My bad, y'all. My bad.
Are you good? We heard you over there selling it.
Rambling and talking just like Christian.
I know. Well, no, it's not as bad.
Y'all.
It's not as bad as Christian. Uh-oh, guys. The lights are getting her.
What do you mean?
I told you.
No. I told you that she's gonna come in here and try to make it dark, but Trot's light don't turn off. You hear me? Y'all seen it?
What are you talking
She tried.
about, bro?
She tried, bro. Yeah, look at
Mackenzie, he's trying you. He's trying you right now, Mackenzie.
I ain't trying nothing. I'm making it happen. I'm making it happen, Captain. Listen, guys, you talk to your wife the way I do. Look, it's gonna be rough for about a week, and after that, a pie every weekend. You hear me?
Yeah.
I was just saying,
Sorry, I was just gonna say before that you get the frying pan upside the head a couple times.
That's
but
all
if
right.
you can endure that, you'll be okay.
That's right. Hey, listen, that first week gonna be rough. You hear me? But after that, hey, smooth selling. Smooth selling. I wake up in the morning, my feet are being rubbed. I smell apple pie in the kitchen, and I hear
coffee?
That, and coffee. Oh yeah. And then I hear that song in the background. What's that one song?
Why don't you speak to me in trees and rice? You want me to write about you? How can I?
Oh, hey, Benny, you must have been.
Mackenzie's got a point.
Hey, Benny, you must have been jamming to that one. That boy almost got it
that's
down.
That's my jam, bro.
Hey,
I was riding home listening to it, and I'm telling you, boy, them eyes was welling up. I couldn't control it. I was like, dang, God, I ain't perceived you all these years.
Hey, that
and
song.
It hits you when you finally perceive God and see him.
Man, that song right there, there's two of them, but that one right there, I'm talking about the rappy ones, like that one. When I was writing that one, I remember thinking, man, I'm gonna pour everything I got in this one. That one, Jesus is faith, I'm your garden. Those three that y'all have already heard. There's another one too that I put out. Which one? Oh no, there's two more. Spirit, soul, and body, God's temple. Like
God's temple for sure.
I remember sitting there for a few hours, like 3, maybe 4, and then that's when it was done. Each one of them, maybe it could have been 5. I don't remember, but it was a few hours where I was, just kept editing it over and over until I got it right where I wanted it. But the descaled one, that one, shoot, man. There's so much. Every bar, bro. Every bar. It's every one of them, bro. Everyone. Especially if someone's been coming to descaled and then they hear that song, bro.
Yeah.
Bro. Someone that ain't heard is gonna be like, oh, that actually sounds pretty cool, but it ain't
right,
it ain't gonna resonate.
Yeah.
Nah, it ain't gonna resonate. Maybe a little bit, But yeah,
it's like little mini.
You lucky,
courses every song.
Hey, you lucky it was your birthday, because I'm telling you right now, you would have not have got that song. I'm gonna make that real clear.
Ooh, yeah. You know what? I've been so tempted to share it with my family. I don't share it though.
Hey, Benny's like, hey, let me get that for my birthday. Hey, and descale too. And I'm like, oh, it is his birthday, isn't it? It's like, all right, bro. All right, fair. That's fair. All right. Yeah. Let me see. Man. That's something I was going to say. I don't remember what I was going to say. Hey, can you stop messing with everybody over here? Go to work.
You were gonna say, honestly, my wife has never baked me a pie. I'm still working on it.
That 1 week is like a week for God. So every day is like 1,000 years, right? That's the week he's talking about.
1,000 years. I already. Oh, come on. You can contribute $1 more. I don't know. Somebody's like, I already maxed out my 24,500 pre-tax 401k contributing already for the year. Like letting me know I can't give you any money. Sure you can. $1 more. 1,000 on top of the, how's it say? What does it say? 1,000 and 1,000.
Man, I need 1,000 plus 1,000.
Plus 1,000. Yeah.
If you can't do it, we're shutting the doors.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
If you can't
Shut the
do it,
door.
we're close the doors.
Yeah, close the door. Hey, but he's like, close the doors. And he's like, close the doors. Like, I'm not playing. Close the doors.
So he was like, we're not leaving here until I get this tithe. Ushers, close the doors. And he goes, ushers, close the doors.
Yeah, he's like, close the doors. It's like, oh, wow, he's dead serious. Close the door. We're going to shoot us.
We thought that was a funny sermon that was going to come from that. Nope, he's serious.
Roswell, we say, I'm at work. Roswell, if you got a job, I don't believe you.
Never mind.
I don't believe you. Let's see. Oh, man. There she is. She's in here. Let the truth be known. I didn't know you were in here. Why do I got it? Who's got an echo? Christian, that's you.
An echo? I don't know about an echo.
Yeah, on you. If you don't believe me, you don't believe him who sent me. Roswell, you have got to be the goofiest guy. But I love you anyway, brother. It's all good. We love you anyway.
Yeah, Trot.
What?
Yesterday I was speaking to one of my coworkers here, and we were talking about Matthew 8. He was going over Jesus calming the seas and the winds, and how the disciples were freaking out. And he was speaking to two other people, and then he says, "Hey, Simon, what do you have to add?"
Oh, hold on! Don't say no. Hold on. He said, "Hey, Sando, what do you got?" Hey, out of nowhere, Sando hears.
The room went silent.
Nah, go ahead.
I couldn't really hear what he was saying. I was like, not right now. And then he was like, we were just talking about, and he explained what I was like, oh yeah, I got something for that. And he was like, because he was saying, it was intense how he rebuked the wind and how he rebuked the waters so that they would stop. And then he just left it there. And I was like, well, it's kind of like him rebuking our mind, the winds in our mind, the devil being the prince of the air, and how we're not supposed to let these things come captive. We're not supposed to let these things affect us in our body or the body of water. And he was just like, how did you get to that? I've never even thought about that, but it was the first thing I thought about when he said it. I was like, oh, I don't know. I mean, it's all through the Bible. So I kind of went through Genesis and the meaning that God gives us, and how it says it in Genesis that he gives us the meaning over the fowls of the air, the fish in the sea, the beasts in the field. And I was like, I realized it's talking about physical things, but the Bible doesn't want to talk about that. It blew his mind, but it wasn't something that I intended to do. And I just wanted to say thank you for continuing to make these things, say it really does help.
You're cutting out, bro.
It really does help.
You're cutting out. You there?
I just said it really does help. You going over and over.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. That's the
word.
Yeah, bro, that's the daily bread, bro. The daily bread, right? Daily bread. Like that part never stops. It's daily. It's daily, right? You'll hear people like maybe argue about something on you know, like I don't y'all know what people argue about, okay? Let's say on the weekend, let's say it was Saturday afternoon, right? And then come Monday morning, you're still hearing people arguing about that. At some point, and I've been saying this, y'all gonna have to, it's gonna have to click. That's not daily bread. Just because you're like, oh, that's a new topic, that's not daily bread. We are supposed to daily receive from him, daily, you know? So that's why I do this daily. I do it every day. Now, of course, there's times that I don't, like literally the past few days, I haven't, but that's because my heifer's off and I can't help it. Ain't that right, honey? Ain't that right, honey?
Everybody brace yourself for that frying pan that's about to come across the head.
It's all right. Call me Magneto. Call me Magneto.
Nina, he is baiting you so hard.
She don't know it. She don't know I'm sucking her in it.
You're crazy. I'm aware. I am playing your game, bro.
Listen, Nina. Guys, fellas, gentlemen, ladies, look, you just need to ask yourself, okay? Just ask yourself. And my woman right over there, you can ask her. She knows all my family, okay? What kind of guy is this guy right here? Before he was saved, after he's saved, in between, like life, like what? I'm sitting here telling you, the words "you are crazy" will be coming out of your mouth. I have done things that would make you step back and be like, bruh, that did not really, yeah, it did. It really did happen. All kinds of stuff. You name it, all kinds. Some self-induced, other things not, but it still happened. All right. I'm telling you. Just today, believe it or not, just today, right? I had a 5-minute disagreement with a Catholic man. The dude was crazy out of his mind. I couldn't stop laughing. He was making me laugh so hard that he was like, hey, you know, you need to calm down. And I'm thinking, I know I didn't just hear this dude tell me to calm down. I said, what'd you say? Calm down? He's like, yeah, we're the fruits of the spirit. Now watch, if you're not used to dealing with these kind of people, you're going to fall into it. Look, the dude was lying for 5 minutes, okay? Because I was listening to the live for at least 5 minutes or longer. And I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go up there and call him out on his lie, bro. So I did. I said, hey, you're lying, and this is why, blah blah. Well, he tried to hurry up and change the subject. I can't stand arguing, okay? But he tried to hurry up and change the subject. So I said, no. I said, no, we're not doing that. We're not changing this. I couldn't stop laughing. I mean, I wasn't like busting out laughing, but I couldn't get the smile off my face because I see what this dude is doing. And he's like, no, you made a claim. And in professional arguing, I said, I don't argue like you dummies. Are you serious, bro? I don't play y'all's games. I'm gonna argue however I want. This whole, oh, well, you know, what you're doing is you're straw manning and you're strong manning and the gaslighting. I don't care. I don't care what you call it. I'm going to do it. I don't care. You don't like it, you can kick rocks. I don't care. These rules, I don't play by your rules. You don't like what I'm saying, you can run. I don't know what to tell you. And he's like, you know, you need to calm down. And I was like, calm down? What are you talking about? He's like, yeah, see, you're going to let all these people see your fruits of the spirit. So look, now it's this dude called me out. He knows that I'm lying. He called me out. So what do? Let me see. Victimize. So now he becomes the victim and now is trying to make everyone believe that he's being attacked. Oh, it's the best. It's the best losing tactic. It's the best one. And I was like, oh, I said, so we victimizing now? No, bro, but the fruits of the spirit. I said, fruits of the spirit? You've been lying to this dude for 5 minutes. Now you want to talk about fruits of the spirit? Get out of it. That's why I try to tell y'all. Y'all, listen, narcissistic behavior starts taking a role in these people, man. And it's there's no way that you're going to get around because if you don't believe what they're saying, they're going to gaslight you. It's just, it is what it is. There's in their head, there is no win. Somebody, who is that? Somebody mute up. There's an echo. Somebody got echo. I don't know who it is.
But it's not the truth.
Elite Cam. What's up, Elite? This the most well-organized live channel I've seen so far. Perfect setup. I wish that was true. It's a decent setup, but I'll go ahead and ruin it for you. Descaled, you can't really read it because it's not mirrored properly. I mean, I appreciate the setup, the comment, which it's not bad, but this is supposed to be this way. So, what do you say? New sub? Oh, well, thank you for subbing, even though my setup's not perfect. Oh man, there was a comment I saw. I don't know where it's at. Abibi, what's going on, man? This guy was on the agenda. What's up, bro? What's going on, Abibi? Doing all right, man? Let's see. Rosie, you were hating other people. Het, what do we do here? You get your feet washed here. You've been having a bad day? Stick around. I'm either gonna make it worse or better for you. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah, no, Sando. That's how that word happens, man. You know, that's how it happens. You just stay, let them feet get washed, and then eventually you'll start hearing when someone's talking about the Bible. You'll just start hearing an off melody. You'll hear it. All right, it's not a physical, like you're gonna physical, not like that, like you're gonna actually hear a song. No. It's in the wording, right? Like who was it the other day? Jen. Do y'all know Jen? Her name is Jen. She got palm trees in her name. I think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? She was on a live the other day, and she caught it. She was on a live with I can't remember who was in there. Anyway, she's on a live and you know, just some crazy remarks being made at that live, and I heard her, and she goes, "Oh, okay. I just caught on to it." When I heard her say that, I'm like, I'm wondering if she caught on to what I've been hearing for the past 2-3 minutes, and she did. She said, "No, hold on. What did you just say?" And she goes, "Wait a minute. So you don't believe in eternal salvation?" And boy, him and his couple friend, boy, they wanted to change the subject real quick. And that's exactly what the issue is. So unbelief was the issue in that room. And I put it in there. I said, bingo, unbelief is the issue right now. That's the issue. And she caught it. She heard it. She heard it in what that dude was saying. But that's why he was not agreeing with something Jen was saying. And it's because unbelief's the issue. So they try to make it look like this is the issue. But when you find the root, it's real easy no longer to argue because now you know why they think the way they do. Now you know. And so now you back off or you try to, excuse me, and you try to because you can see that they don't understand this over here. And so now you have to start giving them grace. That's what you have to stop doing. Now, none of us are going to give grace perfectly, but it's just something that you have to start training yourself to do. That if you know that right now we're seated in heavenly places with him spiritually, that remains true. It doesn't mean your flesh didn't do something stupid, right? But you have to acknowledge it when it does. You don't let your flesh do something stupid and then tell people, I didn't do nothing wrong. That's the dumbest thing. Yes, you did do something wrong. Your spirit may not have, but you did, right? How dumb will it be that if you go rob a bank and you're sitting in jail? Nope, I'm not supposed to be here. Nope, I'm not supposed to be here. You robbed a bank. What are you talking about? You're not supposed to be here. Are you dumb? Like, what's going on in your head? Nope, I'm seated in heavenly places. I'm seated in heavenly places. It's kind of like I was dealing with a couple of years ago, and they were losing their house. Okay. And trust me, I get what the lady was telling me. I get it. Okay. Now I didn't read or not read, I didn't teach them at that time. I was just trying to get them to get away from the house. so we can, because it was going to happen. The house was already getting all the paperwork done. Now, obviously, someone could have paid their house off, 2 days prior and then showed up. Oh no, the house is paid off, guys. I've seen that happen too. Okay, but what the couple was doing was it was more the woman though. The woman's always deceived. I don't know why. Nina's like, you know what?
Stop
That's no.
it. Stop it right now.
No, it was both of us.
Hold on. Should you hearken unto the wise woman, though?
Yeah, no. But it was both. It was both. Anyway, but both of them were. They were saying, no. I'm not going to say what they were saying, but they were quoting the Bible as they were getting kicked out of the house. Okay, I understand what they were trying to do. I get it. All right, but they were not going to believe that anything was wrong, and I'm like, no. Something is wrong. You're not listen. If you think I'm pointing the finger at the couple, you're mistaken. But we have to be honest. You understand? You have to be honest. If we'll just make it more simple. It don't have to be the house. Let's say you have a vehicle and you just like, I'm not going to pay it no more. If they come get it, who are you going to be mad at? You understand? If the repo man comes and repos the vehicle, who are you going to be mad at? You signed a document saying that if I don't pay it, y'all can come repo it. Okay. But it's not like they need your signature on that part anyway. Okay. But it's same thing about a house. You don't start, I sit in heavenly places with him. You don't quote that because you didn't say what you're going to do.
Unknown caller.
Look at God.
Yeah. And look at God brought me back too, to hear that comment, to hear that nasty comment that woman said. That deceived woman over there. Nah, but, it's kind of like, and I know I've told y'all this before, but I have a friend that dealt with this. So I didn't personally deal with this. In a little way I did, but really it was my buddy. But somebody he's ministering to had, bought, I want to say like $50,000 worth of seed, right, to plant. But there's a certain month that you got to start planting this stuff. Well, he goes off to mission trips and he's bringing people to the Lord and all that. Well, he comes back and he's, I want to say, a month and a half or 2 months off of planting. He goes and spends 50 grand on seeds and plants it anyway. And it looked like it was going to do fine. That's how it always starts off. And it all died, all of it. And he was mad at God and this and that. Guys, when you get caught in this way of thinking, because you're not listening to what people are trying to tell you, when you get caught in this way of thinking, you're doing it to yourself, right? Most of the time, nobody is teaching these people to do this stuff. They just start making stupid decisions and they end up kicking themselves in the butt, and it's a lesson learned. But this dude, now he's out 50 grand. And he's like, oh my God, but I was working for the Lord. And I'm like, bro, who told you that you didn't have to plant seed on time? Who told you that? Where did you learn that you can just break all the rules and it's fine because I sit in heavenly places? No, this is so stupid. It's so stupid. And there's people that do this all the time. God, he will supply all my needs. That's not a need. When you start making stupid decisions like that, where are you learning that listen, guys, this is not true. Okay. You have to sow the seed when it's time to sow the seed, period. The end. That's when you sow the seed. I'm talking about physical ground. Okay. Physical ground in this world. You're not falling off a house and you yell to God, stop gravity. So you can softly hit the ground. And now all the airplanes that are using a piece of equipment to defy gravity, now everybody crashes. 10,000 people become unalived in one day because I'm sitting in heavenly places with him. And you said, stop gravity. So he stops it for you, and everybody else that's in airplanes become unalived because you are going to say, stop me. No, no, you're still missing it. You are not supposed to take things in the Bible like this and then bring them outside of here and use it like that. It ain't going to work. That's not how it works. It is not how it works. And there is a lot of people that still don't understand this, and they think because they sit in heavenly places that the rules in this world don't matter to them. 100% it does. You're going to catch yourself in a very bad spot, and then you'll be that person getting kicked out of the house, car getting repoed, sounding like a complete crazy man because you don't know what else to say, but I sit in heavenly places. No, I sit in heavenly places. Who's saying you're not sitting in heavenly places? Your spirit is, sitting in heavenly places, but that physical body is going to have to reap the consequences in this world, whether you like it or not. It's going to happen. So, it's not wise. It's not wise, right? Understanding the Bible for what it is telling us to do regarding like understanding the word. I'm saying all this because Sando was saying that somebody was talking about the Bible and they asked him, hey, what do you think? Well, he already was thinking, like the melody was already in his head. He's like, oh, well, actually, there's more to that. He's just meditating on the word in his own head. Same thing I saw Jen doing the other day. I wasn't on that live longer than, I don't know, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. And I heard her. I heard the guy talking for a couple minutes, and it didn't take me but maybe 30 seconds. And I'm like, oh, I know what the problem is. Like, I already know. I can already tell. And then within a minute, maybe two, Jen goes, oh, whoa, wait. I think I caught on to it. I heard her say that. And I was like, I wonder if she actually caught on. And then she's like, so you don't believe in eternal salvation? And he ain't want to answer. Even his friend was trying to get, oh, well, that's not what we're talking about. Listen, a lot of these people know that when you find the root of what the issue is, it'll shut them down. So they don't want to talk about the root. They want to keep, you know, uh, spirit fingers. Look over here. They want to keep you looking over there, keep you focused on something that don't matter, bro. Right? Listen, there are things that trump other things. Making disciples trumps everything. I don't give a crap what the heck you're talking about. I don't care what you're claiming I don't give a crap. Making disciples trumps it. I don't care. So when you got these people doom and gloom, they're trying, make it, I've been getting a lot of messages here lately. Hey, should I go prepare a bunch of food? And I when I say a lot, over 15. Over 15. There's been a lot of people here lately. And I'm telling you right now, stop listening to these idiots, bro. I don't understand this. What should I prepare? Really what it's coming down to. I heard it's going down. The war in Iran. It's happening. Guys, come on. Here we go. Y2K fear. Get out. Come on, man. I can't wait for the next president to be here. I just can't wait. There's going to be some serious calling out with love. I'm not going to be yelling at anybody, but I'm going to say, do you remember? You said this, you said this, do you remember? Oh, well, it's not done yet. Let's give it another 4 years. I mean, God, how long y'all going to follow this crap? Oh my God, bro. And then y'all come over here. I have to wash your feet and edify so you can run back over there to the pig pen. Oh my God. Man, look, instead of me washing the crap off your feet, can you just show up already kind of clean? You know what I mean? So I ain't got to wash all that off. Maybe wash for 30 seconds and maybe you could be edified for the rest of the time instead of me just washing all that crap off. You didn't get a whole lot of edification and then you run back over there, freaking pig pen over there. Come on, man. Lord have mercy. It's like all this doom and gloom. Come on, man. Listen. The only thing you need to be doing is making disciples. That's what you need to be doing. And then people using this, well, the Bible says we're supposed to watch. Oh my God. Listen, you want to know what's most important? And this is for almost any human. I don't care what type of human they are. It's when they make a last statement before they leave your presence. You understand? I've been there beside people's deathbeds. Hey, tell my wife I love her. I said, well, you tell her. I ain't telling her. No, please. I think this is the last seconds. Can you tell her? And then tell her that the bacon that was on the floor next to the counter in 1988, it was me. And I'm like, what? The bacon that was beside the counter? And he said the bacon that was beside the counter, it was really him. Is that what he said? And I'm like, what are we talking about? It's like, well, in 1988, we had this big fallout, and he said it was me, but it was really him the whole time. I mean, stuff that people hold on. I mean, what? Like, bro, what the heck? It 40 years later, look, on his deathbed is the point I'm making. You know what I mean? He'd been holding this for 40 years. And then before he died, he just, boy, I better confess. I don't want to be in front of Satan. Tell her. Tell her that the bacon that was between the thing and this thing, and it smelled like something died in the house. It was my fault the whole time. Like, God, bro, you've been holding that for 40 years. Oh, my goodness. Listen. All of us have weird stuff about us. All of us do, okay? That weirdo just happened to be the bacon that was between the freezer and between the kitchen thing or freezer and something. I don't remember. You know, whatever it was, but some kind of bacon meat or something. And it smelled like something died. And when they found it, he blamed her. You know what I mean? I get it. I get it 100%. I'm saying all that because the last thing Jesus said when he left was, go make disciples. That's what he said. That's the last thing that he was talking about. Those that believe in me, these signs shall follow. They'll speak in new tongues. They'll take up serpents, right? They'll open the blind. It tells you. It was the last thing that he said to them. The last thing he said wasn't, and a trumpet will come from the west. That's not the last thing he said, bro. It's not the last thing. I don't care that he talked about it. He talked about it because his disciples was asking him questions. But the thing that they just couldn't get across their head was, don't worry about nobody else. You follow me. And the main point about following him is being a fruitful branch. Being a fruitful branch is not doom and gloom prophecies. That's not being a fruitful branch. Stop lying. Stop lying to people. And y'all quit being idiots and believing that that's the fruit. No, it's not. No, make disciples. You're not making disciples by talking about doom and gloom. I understand the book of Revelations better than anybody. I don't give a crap. What the heck's that got to do with making disciples? But Jesus said, I don't care what Jesus said. You don't care? You're right. That's exactly what I said. I don't care. Now what? I'm gonna tell people, you still don't get it. You still don't get what I'm saying. You think because the disciples asked Jesus something that's supposed to be your calling? Because the disciples asked and he loved them, so he's answering them. But yet 90% of the time, all he's talking about is being a fruitful branch. That's what Jesus said. So when I say, I don't care what Jesus said, I'm mocking the person because in truth, they don't care what Jesus said. That's the point I'm making. Why should I care when you say that's what Jesus said? You don't care what Jesus was actually showing, that you are supposed to be a fruitful branch. And how do you do that? By making disciples. That's how. That's how. So you are the one who don't care. So it's them that don't care what Jesus said. They don't care. But they'll make it look like you don't care. You don't care? Look at it. Here we go again. Gaslighting. Here we go again. No. You don't care. The thing that's most important is making disciples. That trumps anything else. But yet they claim that they care what Jesus said, but they don't make disciples. But they care. Get out of here, man. Doom and gloom. Go pack your peanuts, rice, and beans. Go pack them for decades. Because you got to be prepared. make you worry about, man, get out of here with that crowd. I could say something for 30 seconds and destroy this whole ridiculous. You know what? I'm not. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna be patient, do what the Bible says, and I'm gonna wait. Am I gonna give a hard time before? Absolutely. That's what I'm doing right now. But I'm gonna wait before I throw the big kickers out there, because the big kickers are coming. The big kicker, boy, that war started in Iran, boy. I told you, boy, any opportunity to get that next penny, get the heck out of here, Lord. Now, guys, understand. We have some fellow brothers and sisters like on YouTube and TikTok, and we know some of them. Maybe not but we know of them. And that's not who I'm pointing this to. I'm pointing to their leaders. Their leaders that made them believe this is the message. And then here they are on TikTok. Guys, listen, doom and gloom. Like, you fell for it. You fell for it, dude. And I've seen you around and you're falling for this crap. So instead of making disciples for 4 years while Trump's in office, I'm going to find a way how to talk bad about him. He already won. You understand? He already won. He's in office. It didn't even matter if he gets pew-pewed for real. It wouldn't even matter. It already happened. You understand? They're saying, no, this ain't going to happen. Of course, the people that are trying to make money, yes, he will become, because he's the Antichrist. It's like, bro, it's craziness. Let's see. Hobby, pray for Chuck Norris. Nah, we don't got to pray for Chuck Norris no more. Any prayer that was thrown at him, he's, you know, he went bye-bye. Chuck Norris is done. Which from what I remember, he was saved. That's what I heard. I don't know the guy personally, obviously. All right. So, let the truth be known. Had a few things. What were those 3 things? We'll start at number 1. I know it was Hannah, right? I think that was one of them.
Yes, one was Hannah, and I asked you, was the story just about Hannah's prayer being answered? And the second one was Romans 11:17 about being cut off.
Oh, about being cut off.
Yes, the branch.
Hold on, I thought it was Jesus praying for somebody's eyes.
It is no. I sent you 3. The one, why did Jesus spit and then touch twice, and then the third one was Romans 11:17.
Okay, my bad. Maybe I'm yeah. Okay. All right, let me write it down like this. Jesus. Okay, so you're asking, like, why did he have to, like, pray for him 2 times?
He touched he spit, he put spit on his eyes, and then he touched them twice, and then I think
Unknown caller.
I think I kind of understand that one. That one is like sight, spiritual sight gradually comes.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go over. I don't know who corrupted whatever. But I'm gonna go over it with you. How about that?
Okay.
I'll go over with
okay,
you. All right.
Great.
And the third one was what?
The third one was Romans 11:17.
Romans. And what is that again?
That is about the Gentiles being grafted in, and then it says something about being cut off. And the question is that being cut off from Christ? What is that cut off?
I don't know. I don't feel like that's what it
pertaining
was.
to?
I don't feel like that's what it was. Hold on. Go to your messages that I sent you, because I put them in order. I don't feel like that was it.
You did put them in order.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
All right. Yeah. Hey, do me a favor. Go look at our messages. You can't do it. You can't do it while you're up here, or what?
No, I can do it while I'm up here, but Man.
Well, hey, do me a favor.
I know it was
No.
a-
No.
Just
Listen.
real
No. Just
quick
hop
to
off.
help her. She can try if she clicks on your logo up there and clicks on your profile and go to messages. It'll pull. If she messaged you on your Discord window,
What did you message me on? I don't recall. Oh Lord. I don't know why Romans 11:7. No, I know she's not here. Hold on. Or maybe it was 5 of them then. Shoot.
I
Hey.
messaged you on your personal message.
No,
not D-scale.
No, I'm asking. Was it descaled or trot account?
It was trot account.
Okay, so do me a favor. Hop down. Go to the trot account messages. And I need you to write down what I sent you because I put all 3 of them in one of my messages.
Okay.
All right, write it down because I don't know Romans 11:17. I don't think I wrote that down. I mean, I could have.
I don't think it. I don't think it was Romans 11:17 either.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
All right. I don't know why. I mean, it could be, but man, I thought it was something different. But obviously, we're going to talk about Hannah. Somebody pull up Hannah real quick. That's where we're going. That's where we go when.
like in the beginning where it starts speaking of her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Was. Oh, you did.
Okay, I found it.
All right. What is it?
It's Romans 11:22.
22.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. What verse did you give me a while ago? You there?
11 and 17.
Oh, okay, 17. And that's what I wrote down, Romans 11:22?
No, you didn't. You didn't.
What did I write down?
You 11:22.
No, that's what I'm asking if 11:22 is what I wrote. Yeah.
Oh,
hey, why is there an echo? Are you listening to me in your car?
No.
What do you listen to me on? It's not your phone. It wouldn't be echoing like that.
Do you have a speaker on, sis? If you do, turn it down. If not, it's going to be your Bluetooth. Maybe you have that on.
Yeah, what are you listening to me on? Truth?
Okay, can you hear me better now?
I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, so what was causing echo?
My speaker.
Speaker? You had a speaker in your house?
Yes, sir.
Ah, okay.
It's off.
Okay. All right, let's go. All right, so let's go to Hannah first and Samuel. Somebody on it? Who's on it?
I got it.
All right.
Okay, so it's going to be 1 Samuel 1, verse 1. Now there was a certain man of Ramathaim Zophim of Mount Ephraim, and his name was
Did you give the address?
Yeah.
What is
1
it?
Samuel chapter 1, verse 1.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so, and his name was Elcana, the son of Jeroham, the son of Elihu, the son of Tohu, the son of Zuph, and Ephrathite. My goodness. And he
An
had two
Aphrodite.
wives, the name of the one Hannah, and the other name of the other Peninnah. And Peninnah had children, but Hannah had no children. And this man went up out of his city yearly to worship and to sacrifice unto the Lord of hosts in Shiloh. And the two
All right,
sons.
hold on. Before we go any further, what was the question again? Because I don't have your question written down.
Was Hannah story just about? Was this story just about Hannah's prayer being answered?
Is this just about her prayer being answered?
Correct.
All right. Jennifer, find the prayer. Let's get to the prayer real quick.
Okay, so
or just prayers being answered, period.
Yeah, I know, but let's go to her prayer. I see what you're saying now.
Okay, so this is going to be 1 Samuel 1, verse 10. And she was in bitterness of soul and prayed unto the Lord and wept sore. And she vowed a vow and said, O Lord of hosts, if thou wilt indeed look on the affliction of thine handmaid and remember me, and not forget thine handmaid, but will give unto thine handmaid a man child, then I will give him unto the Lord all the days of his life, and there shall no razor come upon his head.
All right.
And
So
it
what is
came
all
to
right? So what does that mean? Truth. What does that mean? Where she said there'll be no razor come upon his head?
That I'll treat him like a Nazarite.
All right. Okay. And so somebody look up Hannah. What does Hannah's name mean?
I got it.
Favor.
Okay. So Hannah is going to be H2584, and it says grace.
Yeah. So it's going to be unmerited favor or grace. That's what it's going to point at. Okay. Hannah. So notice she says, and she was in bitterness in her soul. Right. So truth, there's so much of the Bible, all these words play a part. Right. So precept upon precept is not just the black letters on the white page. That's not precept upon precept. Precept upon precept is when you notice that there's a certain context that stays the same throughout the entire Bible. And that context never changes. It's always the same. And here she says that she was in bitterness of soul. You see that?
Yes.
All right. Somebody go to the book of Ruth. Who's going? I don't care. Somebody go there.
I can get there if you just tell me what chapter.
Just go to where Ruth is. I mean, Naomi is saying, call me no more Naomi. Just go there. So it might be second chapter, maybe. It's been a minute since I read it.
It's
Okay,
verse
so that's
20.
going to be 20. It's going to be Ruth 1:20. And she said unto them, call me not Naomi, call me Mara, for the Almighty hath dealt very bitterly.
All right. So we know that the word Mara, okay, means bitter or bitterness or bitter water, right? But her name is Naomi, right? And Naomi means
Right.
what? Does anybody remember?
Pleasant.
Yeah. So Naomi, right? Her name is Pleasant. And she wants to change it to Mara, which is bitter. So remember when remember when well, it's both pleasant
Just
and
real quick,
it's
my delight.
well, it's my delight and pleasant, right? Just like Eden is delightful and pleasant, right? It's both. So so um when when they were in the desert and Moses says, "Hey, you brought us all the way out here so we can, you know, die from thirst." He said, "This water over here, it's bitter," which is Mara. It's the word Mara. And it says that God showed Moses a tree. See, it never says it doesn't show God telling Moses what to do. All it says is he shows him a tree. That's it. And Moses took that tree and casted it into the bitter water, and it made the bitter water sweet. You with me, Truth?
Yes.
Right. So if the water is sweet, we can say that it was now pleasant, right?
Yes.
All right. But it made it from Mara to pleasant. The word pleasant doesn't have to be there because according to the Bible, right, things that are biblical in God's eyes, like how he views things, if something is sweet to him, it's pleasant. That's what it is. It's delightful, right? So, but notice how the Bible, I'm trying to show you how we're supposed to see precept upon precept. You see how this bitter water becomes sweet or it becomes pleasant?
Yes.
Here in the story of Hannah, it says in verse 10, and she was in bitterness of soul. Naomi, after she loses her kids, her husband, she loses everything. Her name is already pleasant. So people start calling her Naomi. It's already her name. So like,
Right.
hey, Naomi. But in English, they're saying, hey, Pleasant. That's what they're saying. It'd be like if you had someone in your family in English, their name was Pleasant, right? I got a buddy. Right. I got a buddy. I don't remember how to say his name in his language, but he's from Nigeria. And when I asked him, I said, "Hey, I said, bro, I said your name's driving me crazy. What does it mean in English?" And he said, "Abundance." And I said, "Your name's Abundance?" I was like, "Man, what a blessing!" And he don't like it. He doesn't like it in English because it sounds like it sounds childish. Okay. But I was like, bro, you need to be saying that. You should be proud of that name. Your name is Abundance, bro. Like your parents must have really been paying attention to some Bible to name you that, you know.
Exactly.
He didn't see it like that though, but I got him to see it like that. So now he don't mind, but you know, he was still kind of immature. But point is, his name was Abundance. Names matter. Names mean, but if someone doesn't understand what you're saying, It's unfruitful. So it doesn't help us not to look up these names in a way that we can understand what they mean. It does not help us. It hurts us because now it's just a name to us. But when we look at precept upon precept and we see how sweet is being shown, how pleasant, how delight is being shown, and how Mara or bitterness is being shown, you start seeing a same picture throughout the entire Bible. I could do this. The Bible does this in its entirety. I'm just giving you a few of them, right? This goes all the way back to Mary. Mary's name comes from the word Mara, bitter, right? But if this is not looked at, then you'll become a Catholic. And she is the most favorite of all because the angel said, and they turn this, they turn it into this thing. But really, this is a picture of Hannah, Mary. Hannah is a picture of what's to come. Hannah, because Mary had a bitter soul. See, the Catholics will tell you, no, she didn't. She was perfect. She had no sin. No, that's what these things are showing us. That the woman that Jesus was going to come, he's a Nazarite, right?
Right.
It's just a coincidence that the lady's name who is bitter, that pleasant was put in her. Jesus is pleasant, right?
Yes.
So pleasant is put in something that is bitter. Now remember, if you're just going around reading the Bible here and there and you ain't putting this stuff together, you're not seeing right? And then another thing, be careful how you take these notes down because you're just learning enough to get mocked and slapped around. You got to really know how to teach this stuff. Okay. So it's good. What could end up happening is you can end up getting mad at somebody because they're not understanding what you're saying. Well, I'm not just saying what I'm saying. The whole Bible does this, but you got to be able to see all this stuff. There's a lot of stuff. It's not just something. So you be careful how you tell somebody this stuff. I'm telling you. So, but the point is the prayer. That's what you're bringing up, okay? And she was in bitterness of soul. Everybody's soul is bitter. It's Mara, bitter water, until the tree of life is placed in us. Right?
Yes.
So Moses said the water's bitter. And it says, and God showed him a tree. And that tree is Christ, the tree of life. Okay. And when he shows us the tree, can I help you? What? All right. Can you close this? Can you seal me up here? I don't like this easy access you have to me. Close this up, ma'am. Why not? No, really though. Why you have it open? It's not gonna get that hot in here. Look at her. Trying to be mama.
Oh.
Trying to be mama. She don't want me sweating. You don't want me sweating, honey. Hey. Well, now I need you to close it. I don't need to hear all that. You gotta act like you're serious when she comes back. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Close the door.
I heard you.
You didn't hear nothing. I said, close the door. Close the door.
I'm not deaf like you.
Close the door. Hey, my shrine needs to be
Yeah, tell him about it. Tell him about it.
Seal me up. Seal it all up. All right. Where we at? Okay, yeah, the prayer. 1 Samuel 10. Okay, it says, and she was in bitterness of soul and prayed unto the Lord, wept sore, obviously. And she vowed a vow and said, O Lord of hosts, if thou will indeed look on the affliction of thy handmaid and remember me. Sounds just like Samson. Lord, give me this one time vengeance for my 2 eyes that were taken from me. This one time. But he says, let's see. Okay. Oh Lord, host, let's see. look into the affliction that handmaid. Remember, not forget thy handmaid will give. Okay, but will give unto thine handmaid a child. Then I will give him. It's a boy.
Mm-hmm.
Give him unto the Lord all the days of his life, and there shall no razor come upon his head. And it came to pass as she continued praying before the Lord that Eli marked her mouth. Now, Hannah, she spake in her heart, only her lips moved, which means it wasn't being said out loud, which means that it was a prayer of faith because it was from the heart. Faith.
Right.
Okay. But her voice was not heard. Therefore, Eli thought she had been drunken. So why is it, here we are again, where you have someone, quote unquote, either making grunting noises or quote unquote speaking in tongues, right? Every time someone does this, everyone thinks they're drunk, right? Every
Yeah.
time. It never fails. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Never fails. Says, and Eli said unto her, how long wilt thou be drunken? Put away thy wine from thee. And Hannah answered and said, no, my Lord, I'm a woman of sorrowful spirit. I have not drunken neither wine nor strong drink, but I have poured out my soul before the Lord. Count not. Now, so what part of her was being poured out to the Lord? Her flesh? Her spirit? What?
Her flesh was being poured out.
No, that's not what it said. That's not what
No?
it said. No, look, I'm going to read it again. She said, I have neither
Oh, she was
drunken.
praying from the heart.
No,
She was
no, no,
praying
no.
from the
Don't worry.
heart.
I'm going to read it again. I'm going to read it again. It don't matter. Look,
Okay.
I have drunk neither wine nor strong drink, but have poured out my soul before the Lord. Soul. She poured out her soul. Soul's not the flesh. Flesh is not the soul. Spirit is not the soul.
It's the soul.
It's the soul's the soul. So
Yeah. Spirit, soul, and body.
that's
It's the
right.
soul.
That's right. So
Okay.
verse 10, and she was in bitterness of soul. And then up here, 15, Hannah answered, no, I have no wine, no strong drink, but poured out my soul before the Lord. So it is our soul that God hears. He don't hear your stupid flesh. He don't hear your dead spirit. If you are not born again, the only thing he can hear from a person who is not born again is their soul. That's it. That's all he can hear. And this is not easy to tell someone that thinks that they're crying and weeping, Lord, oh Lord. No. It's kind of like someone right before they go to prison. I'm sorry. Please. No, you're sorry you got caught is what you're sorry about. Your soul ain't sorry. You're sorry, but sorry you got caught. Now, does that mean everybody that goes in prison that their soul's really not sorry? No. But there's a lot of people, and you know who they are. Okay. I know people that have been to prison, came out, 5 years or even 10, they go back, but it's a completely different episode. Like something complete. It had nothing. Let's say the first time they were stealing and they're like, all right, well, I'm done stealing. Okay. They repented, but we'll use that word. They repented from that. Right. And then now over here, it's something different, completely different. And you're like, well, what happened now, man? This happened. Well, they never stole again. So this one is, I don't know. It didn't matter what it is. They did something stupid. It doesn't matter. And they end up in prison again. I don't know. They didn't have enough money, so they started slinging them rocks, whatever. So now they end up in again. And then guess what? They get out. They never do that again. They don't steal no more. They don't slang no more. I don't care if they go again. What I have recognized is there are people that are working on themselves, and it's just always something different because they're working on themselves. But I have also met people, they go in for the same thing over and over. And guess what? They're always crying out to the Lord, please. You know what they pray for? For a short sentence. They don't pray to be better. They don't pray like, what's wrong with me? I thought I was okay. They don't pray like that. They pray for a shorter sentence or, Lord, please I just don't want to deal with it. Can you just take it away? Can I go back to work Monday? I've met them all. I've met every form of fashion of people that are either working on themselves and people that are not. People who are working on themselves, it is their soul that is talking to God because they're being serious. They really don't like what happened. It doesn't matter if they're the ones that committed the crime, they don't agree with it. It should have never happened. And they're not trying to go commit any crime, especially not that one again, because maybe they just learned the hard way. However you want to word it. But there are people, when they go in prison, they don't even read the Bible. You know, everybody's like, oh, yeah, when you go in prison, you know, come out a prison preacher. You learn, all y'all do is read the Bible in there. I've met a whole bunch of people in prison. Talk to them. I've talked to a lot of them. A whole bunch of them don't read no Bible. So what are you talking? They're still in there doing the bugs. They're doing everything that they were doing out here. They ain't read no Bible. It's so funny when people say, oh, well, you know, they got all that time. They read all about, bro, they still got freedom. They can do what they want. They ain't got to read the Bible. You know what I mean? They're still gonna play their parlays. Every sport parlaying, right? It's that cry from the soul. That's right. That's it. I'm telling you, it's all over the Bible. It is the soul that God hears. You look at
Yeah.
Abraham, okay? You got Sarah, Hagar. You got Ishmael. Ishmael's being kicked out. Sarah's like, that kid ain't gonna have my son's inheritance. Bye. See ya. You pay real close attention to that story, and both are crying. The Egyptian woman, she's crying. Abraham's
Yeah,
son's
but
crying. And it says, and the Lord
God
heard the
hears the
lad.
child.
No, no,
Yes,
no, no,
he
no.
hears the child.
It says, and the Lord heard the lad.
The
Right?
child. Yes.
Right. But it wasn't because he was a child. And by the way, he was already freaking a teenager
No,
already. So.
because he heard his soul.
Well, yeah,
Correct.
no, it's because, yeah, I mean, of course he heard his soul, but the difference is this was Abraham's son. So Abraham's son knew God. You understand? That was an Egyptian woman, a Gentile. They don't know God. It doesn't tell us it doesn't tell us that she ever became a believer in God in that way. She was still called an Egyptian woman. So I'm saying she was crying in the flesh because she was going through a hard time. The boy wasn't just crying and whining because he's going through a hard time. No. He was actually crying out to God. There's a difference. It's a difference. It's not the same thing. All right. So let's see. There shall not come a razor. So 12, and it came to pass as she continued praying. Oh, I'm sorry. We're up here. 1 Samuel chapter 1, verse 16. Because she says, my soul poured out my soul before the Lord. Count not thy handmaid for a daughter of Belial, for out of the abundance of my complaint and grief have I spoken. Here there are two, right? So it says, for out of the abundance of my complaint, right? So out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks, right? That's
Yes.
where the New Testament is getting this from. She says, I have poured out my soul before the Lord. The abundance of my complaint, because she says it's her heart or her most inner parts. So it says, then Eli answered and said, go in peace, and the God of Israel grant thee thy petition that thou hast asked him. And she said, let thy handmaid find grace in thy sight. So the woman went her way and did eat, and her countenance was no more sad. And they rose up in the morning early, worship, and returned. Let's see, came to her house of Ramah, Elcana, Hannah, his wife, and the Lord remembered her. Okay, so right here it tells the Lord remembered her. Wherefore it came to pass when the time was come, about after Hannah had conceived, she bore a son. Now remember, where in the Bible does it tell us that she's barren?
In chapter 1.
Yeah, it should be around verse 4 or 5. Somebody read.
Yes.
Somebody read that. 1 Samuel chapter 1. Start at 4.
Start at 4.
Yeah.
And it says, and when the time was that Elkanah offered, no, it's verse 2. And
No,
it says,
start at 4. Start at 4.
okay. And when the time was that Elkanah offered, he gave to Peninnah, his wife, and to all her sons and her daughters portions. But unto Hannah he gave a worthy portion, for he loved Hannah, but the Lord had shut up her womb.
All right, right there. So the Lord shut up her womb, right? This is what this says. Right. If you remember when 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 Abraham and Sarah, even though it was Sarah, when she tells Abraham, "Hey, just go have a baby with Hagar. We'll have our inheritance son through that child."
Mm-hmm.
God, she lies and she says this. She says, "God has shut my womb up." But that's not what God said. God said she's going to conceive and have a child.
Right.
So he hearkened unto her voice instead of the voice of God. God said, "No, Sarah's going to have a kid."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he didn't listen. So she
Right.
lies, and that's what the Bible talks about. Even Paul says um, that a woman is not supposed to pray or prophesy with her head uncovered, right? Because the
Mm.
covering of a woman is what?
The Lord, her
The
husband.
man, right?
Right.
So her
The man.
covering is Abraham. So if God is the covering of Abraham, and he tells Abraham, "Y'all are going to conceive a child," and Abraham tells her, "Hey, just so you know, God told me we're going to conceive a child." So she's supposed to keep that word that her man gave her, but
Mm-hmm.
she didn't. So
Right.
she uncovers her head, meaning she's not respecting what Abraham said, and she
Mm-hmm.
prophesies. And she said, "God has shut up my womb." That's a prophecy. God did not shut her womb. She's lying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if she would have kept her head cover, it would have been no, Abraham said. Abraham said. But instead, she's acting like Nina, and all Nina's on. She ain't even here no more. That ain't no fun then. All right. Uh Let me go to the part where it says,
No.
let's see, for it came to pass when it came after her son called. Okay, right here, yeah. And she bare a son and called his name Samuel, saying, "Because I have asked him, the Lord." And the man Elcana, the house, went up to offer unto the Lord early sacrifice and his vow. But Hannah went not up, for she said unto her husband, "I will not go up until the child be weaned, and then I will bring him, that he may appear before the Lord and there abide forever." And somebody look up her husband's name, Elcana, 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 whatever, Elcana. Husband said to her, "Do what seemeth thee good, tarry until thou have weaned him. Only the Lord establish his word." So the woman abode and gave her son suck until she weaned him. And when she had weaned him, she took up with her with the 3 bullocks, an ephah of flour, a bottle of wine. All these things are important. Every one of these are important. And they slew a bullock and they brought it the child to Eli. And they said, "Oh, my Lord, as thy soul liveth, my Lord." It's funny in the Amplified in 26, as Hannah said, "Oh, my Lord, as surely as your soul lives, my Lord, I am the woman who stood beside you here praying to the Lord." Right. Where's the all right. Yeah. "For the child I pray, and the Lord hath given me my petition that I asked of him. Therefore also I have lent him to the Lord as long as he liveth, and he shall be lent to the Lord, and he worship the Lord there." And I'll read a couple more verses. "Anna prayed and said, My heart rejoiceth in the Lord, my horn is exalted in the Lord. My mouth is enlarged over my enemies, because I rejoice in thy salvation." Okay. All right. So, but your question though, right? Like, was it just a prayer, right?
Yes, yes, not just about the prayer.
Yeah. Yeah. But the
Yeah.
reason you're asking, right? The reason you're asking is because you, at some point, it could have started last week, could have started last month. It doesn't matter. But you have started noticing that there is more to the Bible than what has been taught for a long time, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Right. So now it's like, hold on a second. So then, is this just a prayer? Look, before we become weaned, right, which is off the teat milk, before we
Hmm.
become weaned, we first have to understand the story, right?
Yes.
So now, after we understand the story, there's more, there's more to learn. The story that we read is not all that's there, but yet that part is there.
Right.
So when
Hmm.
when someone thinks that they have matured in the word because they think they've matured because they just memorized, it doesn't matter what you ask them, they can give you book, chapter, and verse like this, and they think they arrived. You understand? But the truth is, they're just an alumni. They haven't arrived nowhere. You know, it's funny about people who graduate college, they're an alumni from this college, right? An alumni. And there's this sense of accomplishment. Now, there is an accomplishment, but when you become an alumni at a college, you've become weaned. That's it. They still
Hmm.
haven't even chewed meat yet. So, becoming an alumni just means you have been enlightened. That's it. But in the sense of you have been nurtured from. That's what alumni, that's all it comes down to is this person is saying, I have been nurtured from this college.
Hmm.
That's all it
Right.
means. So now you still got to go get a job.
Yep.
And what do they say about half? And this is true. Half of the
Mm.
degrees that you get, listen, it proves that you're prudent and you have a decent cognitive way of thinking. Great. But there's a lot of other things that you're going to learn when you get to your job that, we all have to learn it, right? That you are showing a reason why we should hire you. But once we hire you, now you got to show us why we need to keep you.
Hmm.
So getting a job is not hard. Look, I'm
Right.
I'm an alumni. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know how to drink milk. We get it. Okay. But now we need you to eat meat, which means all that stuff you learned over there, we don't care. All it did was prove to us that you can finish things through. So
Mm.
now come over here
Right.
and do your 20, right? So um but what I'm saying is the same thing with babies. It's the same thing with everything, which means it's the same thing with the Bible. We get the milk of it, and then at some point you got to become weaned and you have to go deeper. Going back to the law of Moses is not going deeper. That's
Hmm.
kindergarten. Everybody knows stop being stupid, make good decisions. Everybody knows that.
Right.
I don't have to go learn what time they did what on what day because I need to start doing all that. I don't listen. You're either going to make disciples or go learn more of the law because you can't do both. It's not going to happen. It will never happen. What if I have milk with my steak? Yeah, nobody, well, Merle, nobody's telling you to stop. I still drink milk. In real life, I still drink milk. If I eat cereal, I put milk in it. What I'm saying,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is you can't stay there. You can't stay there.
Unknown call.
What I'm saying is it's not wise to stay there, right? You shouldn't be a 30-something-year-old man still sucking on your mom's teats. That's stupid. That'll make no sense, right? So this is not about milk bad. No, no, no. I still drink it, okay? But I can chew meat too. The problem is you have people that stay on milk 20 years later, still on milk, never chewing. Don't misunderstand. Never chewing, but yet they claim they do. No, A lot of this stuff I talk about on Descaled, there's people that are so stuck on the law, have no idea what we're talking about. And they call the law where you need to go. No, absolutely not. No. What I'm talking about is where they need to go. And they go, oh, yeah, we do go there. No, y'all talk about the law. That's all y'all talk about. Right. So it's not okay. It's not. What the law meant is what we're supposed to understand, what it meant, what it represented. You're not supposed to take it as full value and this is what you're supposed to be doing. No, absolutely not. But that's why I always say you got to be careful because you're going to offend them just like you would offend a Catholic. You know, the conversation I was having earlier, for whatever reason, the Catholics, they act like they hate Jews, but they mimic them. They do everything that they do. They just change it. Instead of the rabbis being the go-to people, we have church fathers. So Jews go read what the rabbis put. Catholics go read what the church fathers put. They're both stupid, both of them. For some reason, it's like, where's your personal relationship with Jesus? Oh, that's not how it works. Neither one of them really believe that. They believe if you claim you got a personal relationship with Jesus, then you just make up the Bible as you go. That's what they think because it's supposed to come from somewhere. It's got to come from a church father or a rabbi. They both got rabbis. They both do the same stuff and they hypocritical beat each other up and they both do the same stuff, man. It's wild. Your personal relationship with Jesus is what you're supposed to be doing, making disciples. Right. So,
Right.
you know, and again, it goes both ways. I've been seeing this for almost, I don't know, 15 years now. You know, you'll have the rabbinical Jew or any kind of Jew, actually, or a Catholic, and they argue about who's better, who understands scripture better. And they both have quote unquote rabbis, church fathers. They mimic each other very, very well. And they're both brainwashed to believe the way they're believing that, well, we were first, or no, we were first. And then you have Catholics who will tell you they wrote the Bible. And then now the rabbis get mad because the scriptures is what was used to do it. And it's the dumbest arguments. We only have so much time in one day. I do not have time to argue. Listen, to argue with Black Hebrew Israelites, Islamic believers, Catholics, Jews, Protestants. Now we got Protestant. They called it Protestants, and from the Luther guy or whatever. I'm like, these people learn all this crap and they don't make disciples. It's so dumb. They're like, well, you know, I used to be a Protestant. What is that? Well, you know, the Luther guy. Where are y'all getting this from? Bro, how do you not know this history? My friend, how do you not know that what you're calling history is irrelevant? It doesn't matter. I could give a crap what some stupid old man did with a piece of paper and put a knife on it. Y'all are wrong. I could give a crap. You know what I know? I was born. I started reading this and I got saved. All that other junk that y'all are lying to people, telling them it's important, you have been lied to, my friend. None of that crap's important. None of it. All y'all do is use this to manipulate people. See, listen, when I lived in Iraq for 2 years, the Sunni and Shia, they argued in the streets almost every day. There were riots. And then when you sat down, you know, because I had to at some time and try to understand what they're talking, you would not believe what they're talking about. It's the same kind of crap. It's the same thing. They're not using the name Luther and they're not using, but it's the same type of stupid arguments. They want to go back to a map. Look, this map in 1943, this is how the map's supposed to be. And the rest of their life is fighting to get that map back. Like the Catholics fight about this stupid Luther guy. Their whole life, they argue about who the heck cares? What are you talking about? You let the Catholic people make you believe that you need to be one of their minions that's arguing about this Luther person and the Protestant. Oh my God, bro. Go make disciples. You don't make disciples by talking about Luther and Protestant people. That's not making disciples. Oh, it's nuts. But I would sit there day after day and hear these people, and the argument is literally identical. And they're like, you know, they'll be talking about in 1950, some president that they had, right, in Iraq. And they're like, his seed, we need to reign under his seed. And you're like, what are you talking? 1950? Then you got people over there that think America's lying to them. When I was over there, they told me, oh no, it's 1970 right now. I said, what?
Unknown.
They kept saying that America was lying and it's 1970. And I said, it's 2000. No, it's 1970. America's lying. You understand the kind of argument we're having here? The kind of argument we're having. It's the same thing the Catholics are doing. They're talking about, so they have been taught that this stuff matters. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. And they're like, yes, it does. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. But they're brainwashed to believe that this whole Luther and Protestant, this matters. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Your job is to go make disciples. That's your job. And you can't do that when you're taking 2, 3, 4 years out of your life to learn about this stupid man with a sharp knife that stabbed. You know how many people have done something like this? Do you know if you learned about all of them, you wouldn't be able to make one disciple. I don't even know if you could become saved if your whole life is learning about all these people that want to argue about this and argue about that. What are you talking about? And they're like, well, then see, you must be a Protestant. Then I don't even know what that is. What's a Protestant? And then hey, listen, if you ask them, they'll talk to you for hours about what a Protestant, they won't make a disciple, but they'll see, a Protestant is someone who does this. And then see what happened after that. 5 hours went by and you ain't even made it to Luther yet. You hadn't even made it to Luther yet. They got 5 books on him too, probably. They do not see that this is a waste of time. Satan is so slick at making you think that all these points are mounting up to something. No, they're not. They ain't mounting up to nothing. Absolutely not. People get saved because of the goodness of God. That's what the Bible says. It's the goodness of God that leads to repentance. Yeah, see, but I'm being good because I'm teaching you who Luther and Protestant. I'm not being good. Wasting my time. I want to talk about G. How is it that you could talk more about some Luther guy with a sharp knife? How can you talk more about him than Jesus, bro? That's common sense. You should know something's wrong there. I'm not questioning whether they're saved or not. I'm questioning that they have been brainwashed to believe that this is what you do. You go tell them that Luther, listen, I understand when it happened day one, right? Can you imagine the day that it happened, right? I don't care to know the whole story, but some dude grabs a page and he stabs it on it, and everybody's like, wow. And then for the next 5 years, y'all are part of him. I get it. What year did this happen? Someone help me out. What year did this happen? What year did this guy stab some page on the wall or something? Somebody help me out.
We can't tell you because then you'll say, oh, I know Luther now.
No, I don't care. I want to know what year this happened.
He put it on the church door, didn't he?
Oh, well, let's not go through details. I want to know what year it was. What year did this guy do this? That's all I want to know. Nobody knows? Lord have mercy. I'll find it.
He nailed it to the door on October 31st, 1517.
Okay, 1517. My friend, 1517. Why are we even counting the 17? 1500? 1500. Wow. Some guy got mad, tore out a page, and to this day, they turn this into a science, learning about this dude.
Yes.
So instead of making a disciple, no, we must teach what this man did. Yeah, exactly. America wasn't even here yet. What are we talking about? They worship Luther more than they do Jesus. They have been lied to so well. You will mention this man. Let me tell you something. If I thought a man around my life ruined something, his name will never be mentioned again. Ever. I wouldn't mention, you're teaching more about this man. They probably know his shoe size, whether he was married or not. hobbies. What the heck does that got to do with this? Well, he's the one that started the, okay, bro, you say you love God. That's what you say. How are you not wise enough to know that knowing this crap is a waste of time? You only have so many years here. Don't you understand, whoever you are? You only have so many years here, man. And every time you talk to someone about God, all you're doing is arguing with them. That's it. That's all you're doing. And then you bring this up. And the better you memorize it, the better Catholic you feel like you've become. I know so much about this dude. Just step to the side then. I'll make the disciples. You keep learning about Luther. Okay? Keep learning about Luther. So, okay, so the whole Hannah thing. Well, okay, so milk and meat, right? Milk and becoming weaned. Most Catholics can't be weaned, nor can Jews. They can't become weaned because the milk that has been given to them, that's all they have. And what's crazy is the Luther and all that stuff ain't even milk. It's sand. Why are you chewing on sand? That's not even milk, for God's sakes. At least the Jews chew on, suck on some milk. You're still doing. You're talking about Luther more than anything. So,
but Elkanah's name means God has obtained.
God has obtained. Okay. Which is good to know. Right? Because God is obtaining something from Hannah, right? Which is
Yes.
Samuel, right? So, what does Samuel's name mean? Anybody? What does Samuel's name mean? I don't remember off the top of my head.
I'll get it.
Heard of God. Heard of God.
Samuel.
Heard
You
of
got
God.
it?
Yeah.
Say it again.
Heard of God. I have heard of God.
Have heard of God. I think that might be right. Heard of God.
Heard of God. It's also heard of God.
Okay, so his name is El. That's what Samuel means. That's going to be, sister. Let the truth be known. We use the Strongs.
Let me ask you. Truth, what are you using to look up Samuel?
I'm using the Strongs.
Okay, what's the number for Samuel's name?
This one, it has two. It has H8085 and H410.
Okay, no.
Yeah, his name
It
is
should
Heard.
be
Hold on a
H.
second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. Time out. All right. Truth. What book, chapter, and verse are you getting his name from?
I'm getting it from verse 6.
No.
Samuel 1.
Okay, hold on.
First Samuel 3 and 6.
1 Samuel chapter 3, verse 6.
Yes.
All right. Benny, can you look up that one and give me that number?
It's H.
Benny. No, Benny.
Benny.
Okay, yeah,
right.
you'll see. Truth, you'll see this. I'm showing you how to do this, okay? Benny,
First Samuel chapter.
Unknown caller.
He said First Samuel chapter 1, verse what?
Verse 6.
No, First Samuel 3 6.
3.
3 6. Chapter 3, verse 6.
Gotcha. All right, it's H8050 and it has in quotations. His name is El, but it also means heard, as in like the ear, listening.
Heard of God. Okay.
Like to hear.
Yeah, to hear. Right. So all right. So Benny said it's 8050. So that's the number we're looking for.
That's the number I had.
Well, you told me 8085.
That's because when you go to 8058, when you go to 8085, it also gives you H410.
No, I know, but I know how to use it. So you have to go straight to the main one that you're looking at, which is 8050. That's the main one.
Yes.
So you
Okay.
start there. Maybe you started further down or something. Secondary. You want to go to the first number first. The first one, which is heard of God. All right. I mean, overall it matters. That's why we do it that way. So
Okay.
let me go to where I had it right here. Okay, so we got Hannah, which is favor or unmerited favor or grace, which that's what all that means, right? That's what her name means. And then you have heard of God, right? And then I didn't write down her husband's
God has obtained.
obtained, yeah, obtained or given or obtained. Yeah, yeah. All right. Because all those play a role as well. All right. All right. So I went over this I mean, I went over it in depth enough so you
Yes.
can see, and I only used a few precept on precept, talking about here a little, there a little, and we can see that sweet, bitterness, pleasant, or delight, that all these words are used like in the same way, like almost everywhere in the Bible. So, like Eden means pleasant and delightful. That's what it means.
Yes.
And I'll give you another one. I could do it all day, but I'm not going to, because you need to go see this for you. Like, you have to see it for yourself. Like, so when Abraham was told, right, where's Sarah, your wife? Right? The three men come and they're asking him, where's Sarah? He goes, in the tent. Well, tell her when we return, she's going to have a child. They told her. And it said that she laughed. And she said to herself, shall I have this pleasure? That's what she says. But when you
Yes.
go look up the word that she's using for pleasure, it literally is Eden. That's what she says. Shall I have this Eden? Because Eden
Right.
means what?
You know what that reminds me of? Nicodemus. Because she's like, can I, in my old age, can I be born again? You know what I mean? Like he
Yeah.
said, can I get back into my mother's womb?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly.
That being born again, when we see it throughout the whole scripture, is pointing to Eden.
Yeah. It's pointing Eden. All of it. And that's what she says. And it really is remarkable. But because we just read English, we miss it. We miss it because if you're just reading English, the Garden of Eden or Eden, it doesn't say pleasant. It just says Eden.
Yeah.
So then when we go read the story and Sarah's like, should I have this pleasure? How can you put that together when one is in Hebrew and the other one's in English? You can't put it together. And you'll have people look it up and say, well, it's not the actual word. It is. It is. It is the word for Eden. Okay. And they're like, well, the derivative, man, I know. I studied the heck out of it. I know. But it's just not a coincidence that she's basically saying Eden. Shall I have this Eden? Because Eden is pleasant. That's what it is. Okay. But why would she say, shall I have this Eden? Because the promised land is Eden. That's why. That's what the promised land is. That's the thing that pleases God, the promised land. Why? Because that land is fruitful and you put seed in it and it grows, right? Truth?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Correct.
when Jesus said, if you don't understand the parable of the sower, how then shall you know all other parables? The whole Bible itself, even though all these stories are real, they're all true. All these things really happen. At the same time, there are allegorical and parabolic language throughout the entire Bible. And it's the part that is not easy to see. It's not. And it's because, I hate to say it, people are liars and they don't know the Bible as much as they claim. They're lying. Oh, they have the black letters and the white pages. They have that memorized and they said, that's the word right there. No, buddy, your flesh is dead. What are you talking about? Your flesh is dead. Your flesh doesn't see what God is saying. So if your flesh is what is reading the black letters, what is the word saying though inside these stories? And they'll say, no. You know why? Because they've taken all this time to try to memorize the Bible. And now they're found on their back wanting. Because they thought that that was what the word was that black letters on a white page only. And it's not. So, all right. So that was Hannah. So we're not going to go over Jesus touched a man twice or Romans 11 right now because I got to go. But I'm hoping you got a lot out of that going over the Hannah prayer.
I got a lot.
Yeah.
I got a lot. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anybody got anything else? Anybody?
I'll shoot you a text.
Yeah, that's like getting a degree, 4-year degree, and then you get across the stage and get your certificate, and they tell you now school just now starts. You done did all that learning, which was the black letters, just so you can understand the parabolic and allegory. Now class begins. So now you got to start all over.
Yep. Now class begins, and when you tell somebody that, a lot of people ain't happy because they are just finding out that their learning just started, and they believe that they already learned it all. It's a hard thing. It really is.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah. So, anybody got anything? We got to go. Anybody going once, going
At
twice?
some point, I wanted to ask you.
I'm gonna go. I gotta go to work. God bless everyone.
Okay, Truth. Have a good one. What? Who's talking? What happened?
Yeah, just in case people are a little confused about the Strongs, depending on what you're using, I use Blue Letter Bible, and all you got to do is click the verse, and the menu.
Well, hold on,
pops
Jennifer.
up,
We can't. Hey, let's not go over a teaching over Blue Letter right now. Okay, let's do that another day. But Jennifer's still making a valid point, guys. You got Blue Letter, logos. There's other things, and you need to learn how to use all of them. It can make it a bit simple. But Jennifer, another day we'll go over that. Who else was talking?
Hebrews was.
What's up?
I had a question at some point to go over the she bears.
The she bears. Let me write it down right here. She bears. I feel like I go over that all the time. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. You never heard me talk about that?
I haven't. You could have when I wasn't around, but
yeah, I'm sure it's caught up. I'm sure it's caught up to you by now. All right. I wrote it down. Let me put. I've noticed a lot of things that I've taught have come full circle. I had people come over here. They ain't been here in a year, and they're like, "Try it. Let me show you this thing." And they'll show me, and I'm like, "I didn't teach you that." No, you didn't teach. Who taught you? Well, this person, and that person learned from that person. It still came from me. And they're like, "Oh, well," I'm like, so everything's starting to come full circle. Like it's already starting to happen. Like, but that's what was supposed to happen. So,
all right. And Exodus 4:25.
What? Do what?
Exodus 4:25.
Speak to me in complete sentences. What? What?
Exodus 4:25.
Bro, I said speak to me. I said speak to me in complete sentences. That's not a complete sentence.
I would like to go over Exodus 4:25. Sorry. Yeah, Exodus 4:25 to 26.
All right, guys. We out. We will see y'all. What's today?
Monday. It is Friday.
Is it Friday?
It is Friday.
Well, I might. I don't know. I can't even say that. I don't know yet. But we'll see you soon. Either
Don't
way.
tease me, Trot.
Well, no, I definitely said I don't know. So anyhow, guys, God bless. We'll see y'all soon.